The desert of New Mexico is where the top engineers in the world come to blow things up. The men and women of Emertech, a division of New Mexico Tech, test the most complex weapons and defense systems in the world.
2, 1.
Now, they're about to take on perhaps their most difficult challenge yet. To try and right the most infamous wrongs in engineering history. As ingenious as every contraption Wile E. Coyote built to catch the Roadrunner, each of them failed. And failed. And failed. Now, the brightest engineers in the country will use their skills to design, build, and test the Coyote's contraptions. Can they succeed where the Coyote failed? The engineers meet up at Emertech headquarters for their latest challenge.
I'm sure he's got some kind of motor that's back in here that's driving this doggone thing. Some kind of springs, hydraulics.
Well, he's got to have a dual system to drive each plate.
It's not clear from the cartoon exactly how the Coyote propelled the metal plates from the cliff sides. It's the first problem of many that is sure to sharpen these guys' engineering skills and require a lot of out-of-the-box thinking if they hope to make this thing work.
We could use rockets, we could use just explosives.
You want to do hydraulics or?
We can do it with guns and fire the plates using guns.
Like a breechless gun, maybe.
Leonard's come up with a pretty good idea. A breechless gun is designed to fire heavy artillery with minimum recoil by shooting projectiles from both ends of the gun. It starts with a thick metal tube. Inside one end will be the metal plate attached to a rod. At the other end, a counterweight. When an explosion is triggered in the middle, the two projectiles blast out at the same speed while the gun stays steady as a rock. The engineers head out into the Emertech Field Lab, one of the few places in the world where the Coyote's extremely dangerous contraptions can safely be tested. And a large breechless gun is one of the more deadly. An accidental firing while the engineers are in the target zone would result in serious bodily harm or death. The team settles on a remote Emertech access road that has a nearby bunker where they can monitor the tests.
Okay, guys, here's the spot for the Roadrunner.
Okay.
All right, here's where I feel we need to put him. So let's measure out. And what we're going to use about a track about 50 foot.
Yeah.
With the location picked, the team begins taking the measurements they'll need for building their Coyote contraption.
So that'll be the track for our Roadrunner. So where do you see the steel plates being?
We'll be right here.
So that's where we want to have impact.
Jason and Leonard go in search of barrels for their giant guns. First stop, the Boneyard, a 20-acre facility where old testing materials go to die.
Let's see what we got. Quarter. That might be good. Let's see what else is out here. I'm looking for a pipe that probably has something on the order of 1-inch wall thickness because we want to make sure it actually takes the internal pressure of the powder charge we use to set off the metal plates.
Watch out for snakes.
There's no snakes here.
Saw a big rattler this morning.
So this one has an OD of 5 inches and an ID of about 3 inch, and it has a wall thickness of 1, so
Yeah.
that'll actually work. Let's go.
Nice and easy.
Now that Jason and Leonard have found a pipe to use as the barrel for their breechless gun, they take it back to the machine shop so it can be cut to size and cleaned.
We're basically doing a gun enema.
Yeah, you're cleaning it.
We're cleaning it out. We're taking all the critters that were living in there out.
Originally, we were going to use steel plates, but after some calculations on the size of the plates, we realized that it was going to be about 700 pounds each for the flyer plates. So we decided to use aluminum because these will only be about 160 pounds each.
The engineer's decision to go with aluminum is risky. Since it's far more fragile than steel, there is no room for error. The smallest of missteps will kill the project.
Beautiful.
Jason risks getting his shoes singed as he helps weld each plate to 6 feet of aluminum pipe. The pipe will be inserted into the barrel of the gun they picked up at the boneyard. But the guys are about to learn what the Coyote knew all too well. Everything can go wrong when you're trying to catch the Roadrunner.
Here's the aluminum plate we did. As you can see, it's actually, the welds are cracking,
Yeah.
so.
While welding the triangular supports called gussets to the plate, the aluminum has cracked. It's looking like the team has chosen the wrong metal.
Unfortunately, we might have to go back to steel if the aluminum's not welding correctly.
If the team moves forward with the cracked aluminum, they're looking at some Wile E type outcomes. The supports could break, resulting in the plates flying wildly out of the barrels, or the plates could shatter, producing a deadly rain of shrapnel. With the project in jeopardy, Jason and Leonard meet up with the rest of the team to deliver the bad news.
When Joe's trying to weld the gussets in, it's actually cracking once the material is cooling off a little bit. I'm kind of concerned that when we actually fire these from the gun, the plate to tip over and it might not fly straight. We could always just switch material and switch it up to steel.
Now you're looking at something about 4 times the weight.
Yep.
Yeah, we can make it out of steel, but now you gotta have a countermass that's 4 times bigger.
2 700-pound objects hurling out of the breechless gun seems like a recipe for disaster.
Try to load this is going to be almost ridiculous, easily to get somebody hurt.
But the aluminum plates don't seem much safer, so the team is at a stalemate, and it's looking like they're on the road to failure, just like the Coyote.
Aluminum plates.
The Emertech engineers are at a crossroads with their efforts to propel 2 metal plates at a moving Roadrunner target.
There's always, we can switch materials if you really wanted to.
They've chosen aluminum for the metal, and that's looking like a big-time error. The material has cracked while being welded. Maybe these guys are no smarter than the Coyote.
Well, even if it is cracked, all it has to do is stay in place long enough for us to shoot.
I don't think it's going to really give us that much of a problem once we get it launched.
Okay.
A few cracks in the plates won't deter these guys. They decide to go with the aluminum, even though it may shatter into a million pieces.
All right, I'll mix. You got to put it in there somehow.
Jason and Leonard have come up with a stopgap measure to shore up the faulty aluminum plates.
Let's do 2 bags.
There's not much these guys can do about the cracks, but they can make the hollow pipe attached to them as strong as possible.
It's like when you're in the kitchen making bread.
If we would just leave it alone and have a empty space inside of the pipe, it could crack and twist and break on us and not give us the trajectory that we're looking for.
I'll mix, you go get a funnel. Look at the mess you're making.
Oh, you wanted it all in the pipe?
Yeah, you're gonna go get a funnel.
No, I got it figured out.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Jason's a great guy. You're not letting me have any fun.
Dude, you're gonna lose half of
I
it
won't,
down the
I
thing.
promise.
No,
I promise.
Go get a funnel.
No, I'm good.
No.
There's Jason, there is
I
no
am
funnel.
mixing, I can't hear you.
Jason and Leonard, they'll argue over some of the silliest things sometimes, and it's more of a game between them.
Hey, Leonard, I found a funnel.
Find a funnel.
Try not to make a mess.
That's my middle name. Ooh, look how nicely it came out.
Oh, look what a concept, a funnel. Little thing.
Oh, watch it.
You moron.
I'm telling you, it's full. Look.
Yeah, I'm full too. Thanks, jackass.
But in the end, it all comes out right.
If I told you I was sorry, would you believe me?
No, I wouldn't.
While Jason and Leonard finish reworking the plates, the gun barrels are welded onto 2 heavy metal I-beams.
We're gonna actually do this test because we wanna make sure that the gun system is working. Both plates actually fire at the same time, so we can actually get the moving target when we have to do it later on.
Jason and Leonard arrive to unload their lightweight aluminum plates.
Watch yourself.
Good thing they didn't go with steel.
Let me grab this side.
I've got this side over here.
Fine, I've got this side. Just go down to the ground.
Down to the ground. Here we go.
Now roll it that way. It'll be a square wheel.
Caveman actually had a round wheel, didn't he?
All right, that's good enough. We'll set it right there for now.
Okay. This is going to be a regular Roadrunner trap right here.
Well, today we're going to be recording the event with 2 high-speed video cameras.
The super slow motion playback will allow them to answer 2 key questions as they prepare to hit a moving Roadrunner. 1, do the detonators fire simultaneously so the plates meet at the target? And 2, how fast are the plates traveling? The pipe officially becomes a gun as they carefully insert 2.4 ounces of gunpowder wired to a detonator. If there's an accidental firing, there will be no miraculous recoveries like in the cartoon world.
Okay, lift it up.
With a very steady hand, the counterweight is loaded into the back of the gun, guiding the explosive charge into place.
You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go around to the front and load the actual metal plates.
The metal plates are then carefully loaded into the front of the gun. Now, it's time for the target.
What'd you do to my beautiful mark?
It's still there. Should be able to see it.
We're using flour because we're able to actually see it when the impact happens between the 2 plates. We get a visual because you can't see in between the 2 plates. We want to make sure that we can actually tell there was an intercept that went on.
We are all going to be evacuated into the bunker because when these plates come together, we really have no idea where they're going to go.
Ready to do this? Let's kill a bag of flour.
A lot of dangers come into play when you start putting explosives inside of a pipe because you get a lot of high pressures, even with just a small amount of gunpowder. So we need to make sure that we know how far things may possibly fly.
There's a ton of stuff that could go wrong. The plates could shatter from the cracks. The detonations might be off, causing the plates to hit wildly off target. Or a misfire could derail the whole test.
All right, let's do this. Let's do our test Roadrunner kill.
All systems are go for the test, but will the plates hold up?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, perfect.
Sir.
Excellent.
Roadrunner. All right, looks like it worked.
That worked.
Oh, you broke my plate. Yeah. Man,
You take a little force on that?
I haven't seen this much powder since the 60s.
Since the 60s? You
Boy.
haven't been in the 60s.
You can actually see they broke right at the
Hey,
stiffeners.
look, our stiffener's stuck in there.
stiffeners
even though it
were
was
supposed to
cracked
work,
a little
and they
bit.
did.
The risk of using the aluminum plate paid off as the cracked welds held up to the blast pressure.
Man, check out those the countermasses shoved right into the berms like we thought.
The engineers showed that sack of flour who's boss, but can the team pull off the same feat with a moving target? The Emertech engineers are hard at work developing a system to catch a moving Roadrunner with a couple of metal plates. Today, they're gathering at Emertech headquarters to review the high-speed video of their test run.
So let's take a look at it, see if we can get some timing on it.
The video will help the engineers answer two very important questions if they hope to hit a moving target. What was the exact speed of the metal plates, and did they collide in the center?
And it looks like it's right in the middle. That's good.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it looks like it fired both at the same time.
And you can see if you back it up 1 or 2 frames, you can see that it exits pretty close right there.
Right there.
Right there, we have impact.
So that's 62 milliseconds.
62 milliseconds.
So it looks like the welds held, everything was good.
Yeah.
The real thing, we'll have the track pretty much set up the same way. We'll keep it a little bit lower. We'll have to have some kind of triggering mechanism like we had talked about.
Robert calculates that the 150-pound plates were traveling at 109 feet per second. That's a combined weight of 300 pounds, smashing together at 148 miles an hour. So this is going to be quite a collision.
That gives you a travel of about 1.5 feet from the point you trigger to the point where the plates are going to arrive.
So we just need to make sure that 1.5 feet back, if we have the actual track coming back uphill, at 1.5 feet back will trigger us to get the impact right there.
You got your drill? Let's get started, okay?
The engineers are now ready to put their metal plate gun system to the test with a moving Roadrunner target.
Good.
There's only one thing left to do: create a system that safely triggers the breechless guns.
Anything could trip that light. While we're loading the charges in the gun, we're getting everything ready, we don't want anything to cause a reaction.
Mike's come up with his own triggering system, and based on Robert's calculations, he places it 18 inches in front of the target zone.
That'll work. What we have set up is a very simple triggering system. We have a screw running through the front of the sled here, and on our track we have these 2 screws, and in between them we're going to put a small piece of wire like this. Attached to this wire, a wire that goes back to the bunker, and when this wire gets broken, it will send a signal to our guns.
That signal is an electric impulse which will ignite the gunpowder. Faced with a moving Roadrunner target, timing is crucial, so the guns must be prepared with precision.
Good, you're in charge of pulling it through.
Okay, Leonard, you're gonna...
The team eases the gunpowder into the pipe. Leonard carefully pulls it toward the middle.
Ready? Wait for it.
An accidental explosion is on everybody's mind. Any mistake at this point could have tragic results.
Nice and easy.
Looks good. Let's go do it.
With the guns locked and loaded, the team heads into the safety bunker.
We have this moving target with our Roadrunner on it, so we're gonna have to fire the guns at exactly the right moment. It's gonna be a little more difficult than the test with just a bag of flour.
You did put propellant in those tubes, didn't you?
Now you want propellant.
Everybody ready? Yes.
Yeah.
Cover your ears. In 3, 2, 1.
After a lot of testing and fabricating, the engineers are about to pit their metal plate contraption against a moving Roadrunner target.
Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cover your ears. In 3, 2, 1.
As the plates came together, you could see the pressure wave in front of the plates from the compressed air, and then the foam went flying everywhere. It was just spectacular. It was a great shot. Ooh, look at that.
Roadrunner everywhere.
Looks like Rob has quite a mess to clean up.
Field crew.
Here's the head.
You could see Roadrunner parts here, Roadrunner parts there, guts all over the place. Roadrunner tail. How much meat in that? I tell you, he didn't know what hit him.
What we've learned from this is that we can make metal plates fly and hit a target. This was a really challenging thing to try and pull off, but we were able to design it, do the engineering, do the timing, and make sure that it would work properly.
Rob,
Jason,
It's doing all kinds.
way to go. Meep, meep.
After successfully smashing the Roadrunner to bits, the engineers convene at the Emertech headquarters to take on their next challenge.
Meep, meep. So our challenge is to try and create an indestructible ball, put somebody inside it, roll it down a hill, and try and hit our Roadrunner target.
Wile E. Coyote always had the Acme Corporation to turn to when he built his contraptions. But the engineers will have to figure something else out.
No, this isn't one of the Coyote's best thought out ideas. Because you get somebody inside this and you roll it down, it's rolling down, it's out of control, you don't know where it's going.
The engineers will first need an indestructo ball. That might be difficult since there is no such thing.
It's got to be big enough to get somebody inside. We need something with a good wall thickness. It's going to be strong enough so that we can start doing our planning. We can't really do much more until we get an indestructible. So we got to go find one.
Man, look at that thing.
What's under the blue tarp is the answer to the engineers' prayers. It turns out the engineers have got a resource just as good as the Acme Corporation, the World Wide Web.
It's almost like a Christmas present. Let's unwrap it and see what it looks like.
What we did was we were looking all over the internet for something that we could use for a sphere for the indestructible.
Now that
Oh, that looks like the indestructible.
And we found this buoy from the ocean in a surplus yard, so we ordered it.
The buoy is actually just a large sphere made out of probably some kind of mild steel. It looks like it's rusted up pretty good. All right, it's all you. I think the buoy might work. There's gonna be a lot of work we have to do to it. It's been floating around in the ocean for God knows how long, so we'll find out.
okay, it's set.
The rusty steel buoy presents some serious challenges.
All right.
How does a stuntman get inside?
Well, sounds hollow.
Once inside, how does he breathe?
Sure Jimmy Hoffa's not in there?
He might be.
And finally, how does he not break every single bone in his body as the ball rolls uncontrollably down a steep hill?
It actually looks like the one in the cartoon.
One of the things we want to do when we get a real person in there is make sure they're safe. We want to make sure that this thing is put together safely and make sure that guy walks away from this thing, not just get smashes like he does in the cartoon.
Ouch.
He's indestructible. First step is to cut open a hatch on the sphere and look inside and see what's going on.
Hey, that looks great. Really good.
Yeah, I think structurally it's going to be real good. It'll roll.
The buoy looks solid, maybe too solid. A stuntman rolling around in this thing is looking at a severe concussion at the very least.
Step two, we're going to look at building a roll cage actually inside the sphere so that we can just make sure that the sphere is structurally stronger and to hold the guy right in the middle.
Looks good.
Leonard's roll cage design features a dragster race car seat with a 5-point safety belt harness, as well as foot and hand holds so the stuntman's limbs are not flailing all around. Leonard's roll cage will have to be foolproof. If it's not properly built and securely attached to the buoy, the stuntman's going to have a long, painful ride. And even then, how's he going to breathe?
Not only are we worried about them rolling around, but they also have to have oxygen. I introduced a bunch of holes, about 25 of the holes into the sphere itself. Had the guys cut them about 1.5 inches in diameter to be able to get some good oxygen inside this.
There is one last item before the ocean buoy becomes an indestructible ball.
You want to see the door, Jason? See how it fits?
Yeah, let's see how it fits.
Okay.
It's Leonard's job to make the hatch.
You know, we can use that for armor afterward. Done, you know.
Body armor.
Yeah.
Seems like it'll work.
Leonard's method of attaching the hatch to the ball with ties seems questionable. Nevertheless, the indestructible ball is ready to roll.
Here we go.
It's got a mind of its own. Beep, beep.
The engineers return to the war room to work out the details of their plan.
I can already see a few problems. One, the coyote is trying to throw this indestructible ball off this pretty much this huge cliff. I mean, that looks like to be probably 75 to 80 degrees. It's not really rolling down a hill.
Well, we got to look at, if you got somebody in there, you can't start spinning him too fast because he's going to black out.
So you're worried about just the revolutions per second?
You don't want to go over and go 2 revolutions per second, and that's really not all that fast. You're going to have to go to a much more gentle slope than that.
Yeah, we'll probably have to have something
We're going to need
that's
something that's probably no more than about 10 degrees, 15 degrees.
something a lot more gentle.
Yeah, I may have to ask you to push me up this hill.
I shall make it. She always does.
The engineers haul the Indestructo ball out to the field lab in search of a slope that won't knock the stuntman out cold. And they've brought along a dummy for some test runs.
And lose the dummy?
This looks pretty good.
We found a nice smooth hill. It's not too steep. It's got a good part right in the middle where it's steep enough that we'll get some speed on the sphere, and then a nice flat area at the bottom so that we can stop it. Well, let's get it down and get our dummy in it and do some rolling. It's not that heavy. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna put a mannequin inside the Indestructo ball, and we're just gonna roll the sphere and see what happens, see how it rolls, and whether or not it's even gonna survive.
Grab it by the shoulders and just pick him up.
Yeah, right. It's 180 pounds. It doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to roll. If we could lift this guy up there.
Mike uses his gentle touch to get the dummy into the ball.
Almost.
Oh, you took his foot off.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Are you okay?
Yep.
He looks like he's ready to rock and roll.
The test rolls will also help determine the path of the Indestructo ball and its revolutions per second.
He's having second thoughts.
Second thoughts? Okay,
Yeah.
well, it's too late now. Here we go. Now. Two cactuses. That gotta suck. Boom! We lost the door.
That's a great door you made. Good thing you had those locks done, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it was a dummy's head. Something came out. That wouldn't be good if that was a human.
Leonard's a great guy and in the field. He knows what he's doing on most jobs, but the door didn't work out so well,
Ooh, I don't know. That'd be a tough ride, wouldn't it?
But
especially with no door.
Especially without a door. Let's go see what happened to it.
dude, how you doing?
He's in there.
Hey, he looks fine.
So Leonard said he had 19 seconds to the bush, and I counted 20 revolutions, so that's pretty close to just 1 revolution per second.
So we're good. So the slope of the hill is about right, and if somebody's inside, it's not gonna tear them up too bad from spinning.
Now that the engineers know the revolutions per second are okay,
We do have one issue that we need to address, and that's the door.
they turn to the faulty hatch. They strap it back on and try again.
Okay,
Okay, test 2. Push.
The reason for the second test roll that we're gonna do is just to see how consistent it rolls, if we can get it to kind of stay in the same path without doing anything to the hillside.
Oh, it's going way to the right now. What the heck was that about? Ouch.
oh, we lost the door again.
Door is amazing. You guys.
We gotta do something about the door, that's all.
Thanks.
We did it twice, totally went in different directions, door was flying off, so we have a lot to work on before you even think about putting the stuntman inside this ball.
Bye.
That was kind of like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Just kept going and
And
going.
going and going.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Push.
The engineers learned 2 important things from their test rolls with the Indestructo ball. First of all, Leonard tried to secure the hatch the same way twice,
Oh, we lost the door
That
again.
door is amazing.
and it was a total failure.
Bye.
Leonard makes what he hopes are foolproof pins to keep the hatch shut. Let's hope this works, or Leonard is really going to get it from the rest of the team.
This door is not coming off.
Correcting the out-of-control path of the Indestructo ball is a more daunting task. If they don't figure out a way to solve this, they have no chance of hitting the target.
When we were out here the other day, the Indestructo ball just seemed to go wherever it wanted. So we're gonna help it just a little by cutting a small trench. If the Coyote would have done this, used a little bit of thinking behind what he was doing, he probably would have hit the Roadrunner and not had any problems. That looks good, Daniel.
The Indestructo ball and trench are good to go, but the engineers still need their Coyote.
Hill, here he is. Hey, Casey.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Casey?
How you doing?
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me, I guess.
To say that Casey looks apprehensive is kind of putting it mildly.
We're ready to do a test. We've got a mannequin in here.
Okay,
We want you to take a look at it,
okay,
see how it looks,
okay.
and then we're gonna see if we can convince you to get in and take a ride.
I like where your head's at. All right.
Understandably, Casey is hesitant to get into the engineer's rusty ball and be rolled down a hill. Mike hopes that a demonstration will ease Casey's mind.
Now. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. I love that door.
How are you counting those revolutions?
20 seconds.
It's still going. There's the bounce at the end and into the arroyo.
Nice and straight.
Nice and straight.
These engineers may be good at working with inanimate objects, but when it comes to dealing with humans, they don't seem to have thought things through.
I don't mind where the ball's starting from. Like, I can handle that, you know? It's just that it rolls so long, it's just unnecessary because the target's way up here.
Right.
I don't need to stop way the hell down there, you know, across 2 roads.
Casey's biggest problem is that the boys have not come up with a way to stop the ball, which means Casey will be rolling and rolling and rolling long after passing the Roadrunner target zone.
We'll have to trench it. We can maybe get some more of the fill from the arroyo, and then we'll just make a V-notch so that it'll help slow him down.
Okay.
Okay?
The engineers decide to create a berm, which basically is just a pile of dirt, and it remains to be seen if that's going to be enough to stop the Indestructo ball.
The reason we didn't build a berm to begin with is, well, it's pretty hard to stop the 600-pound metal ball in a reasonable fashion. We don't want to stop it too fast so that Casey runs into a brick wall. We want to stop it nice and slow.
It slows you down a little bit. So far, it seems that real life is kind of being the same as the cartoon. The Coyote had no control over the ball. He was going off cliffs and kind of going in the water. We don't have any water out here, but if we had some, I'm sure it would have ended up in it.
The team decides to start the ball rolling farther down the hill so that it will be rolling slower when it hits the berm.
Ready?
Let's see what you got.
Bite! Bite!
It's gonna go. Yep, it's gonna go.
I respect the Coyote a lot more now than I did yesterday. He was pretty crazy, man.
You want to start from up here, or do you still want to go a little bit lower?
And some things are just, you know, maybe it's not worth it.
We're gonna have to make sure that berm stops the ball. Otherwise, I'm not sure he's actually gonna do this.
The engineers haven't figured out a way to stop this 600-pound Indestructo ball.
Yep, there we go.
And if they don't, their stuntman Casey is not going to get in, and that'll be the end of this challenge.
We're gonna have to either start lower
Or take it further out?
Take it further out.
I think if you take the dirt and you move it back over to the back, you're gonna be better off. Because it flattens out down over there and it'll slow it down.
What are you gonna do? You're not
What?
slowing down. There's too much momentum.
It's just got so much momentum.
Dude, the thing is
That's
massive.
the problem.
It's like a
It's
train.
either got to be slower when it gets to the bottom,
Snowball?
A big snowball.
or we got to have a much higher amount.
The engineers finally decide to have the berm pushed farther down the hill where the slope isn't so severe, and have it raised a couple more feet.
We're going to give it another roll with
Okay.
the dummy inside. We'll let you decide if you like it or not.
Sounds good.
Okay.
This is it. One last shot to get Casey on board.
3, 2, 1, release.
It worked.
All right. I mean, it stopped.
Yeah?
Door stayed on.
Yeah, huh? At least we know where she's gonna land. Why don't we try it from right here?
Okay, so you
this'll
you
work.
think this will be all right?
Yeah, this is about 25 seconds. I'll roll around for 25 seconds.
We finally actually found the right combination of speed, distance, and velocity, so Casey won't go flying over the hill. So now all we have to do is put him inside the indestructible ball and let him go down.
The dummy is removed, and Casey gets ready to take his place.
I know how far I'm going, which is nice. I know where I'm gonna stop, so I think I'll just hang on tight and close my eyes. Let's give this a whirl. I'm definitely planning on getting dizzy. I don't see any way around that. Nausea will probably come next. Hoping it doesn't, but if so, I ate light, so whatever.
The target is placed at the end of the 100-yard run.
Okay.
Casey gets strapped into the ball and is sealed inside.
Okay.
Everything is ready for the final roll.
All right, this is it.
It's all been pretty lighthearted for the engineers so far, but with a human life entered into the equation, they get serious.
The final roll is scary because the way we're looking at it, I mean, we've got somebody inside this crazy thing that we built.
Okay, Casey, you ready?
It's been fun.
I mean, even though we have a lot of confidence in it, there's still a life in there. So we're really, really scared about this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him.
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, look at that.
All right, let it come back down.
Casey, you
Casey,
okay?
okay?
Okay.
All right, he's okay.
This was no way to try to catch a roadrunner. Strapping yourself in a ball, rolling down a hill, no control over where you're going. Look at all the work we've had to do to keep this thing on track and get it to do what we want. But we got it to work.
Oh, look at that. Beep, beep.
All right, let it come back down. All right.
All right, Casey.
Casey, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
A little dusty?
A little bit dusty.
I got good news for you, though.
That.
You got the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Tore him apart.
Good.
Way to go.
Whew. Oh man.
You get dizzy at all? Nauseous?
No, I'm. Yeah, a little bit.
You know who you are.
Feel great. I do. I'm extremely happy to be in one piece, and I'm glad I can go home now. Nailed it. Takes a lot longer to get up it than it does to get down it.